Hi all. In this video we are going to see about what is DHCP and how does DHCP works. Let's get into the video. First of all, just make note of it. What is DHCP? DHCP is a dynamic host configuration protocol. What does it do? What does it do means it helps you to get an automatic IP for a client from the server. The server may be it may be Windows Server or Linux or even Android, whatever it be, which helps you to get an IP address. You can tell a mobile hotspot also be a server for DHCP server, which helps you to get an IP address, gives an IP address. That's what a DHCP. It works under a process called as DORA, which is nothing but discover, offer, request, and acknowledge. This process, DHCP goes under all these processes in order to give you one IP address. The DORA process works under a protocol called as a bootstrap protocol. It uses a bootstrap protocol in order to do the DORA process. That's what we can see. And you just want to make a note of port numbers for DHCP is 67 and 68. Two port numbers are being used, and server port number is 67 and a client port number is 68. That is server which is being helps you to give a IP address is 67, and who is been requesting for a IP address is said to be as a 68. And how does the DORA process work? That is a discover, offer, request, acknowledge. That's what I said. Let's get into this. How does it work? Since the client doesn't have any information, doesn't have any IP address initially, what does it do? It just sends a broadcast to all the interfaces, to all others, in order to get an IP address from the server, so that it can able to send a request to others. It can just transmit the packet in this. So it just broadcast it initially. So how does this process go in the sense? If you just can look into it, the destination source MAC address is 9453305195. You can just check it over here. This is my MAC address 9453305195. This is my Wi-Fi MAC address. In this case, I just used my mobile hotspot as a server and my PC as a client to get a knowledge about DHCP. So, the source MAC address is this, and a client destination MAC address. It doesn't have any information about a destination, so it just broadcasts it. It doesn't have a source IP address, and a destination IP address is a broadcast IP. As I said earlier, the server's IP MAC port number is 67 and the client port number is 68. The discover process is being done from the client to the server. So client is a source. So 68 is a source and 67 is a destination. And this is what the discover process done. And next move on to the offer. What does the offer do is that as soon as the server gets the information from the client, it responds to the client with a certain details, which it has to offer to the client. Now with this information, it can just ask the you can use this network segment, you can use this details. That's what a server gives tells the client. You can just look into it for clear detail. This is the offer packet. What does it say? This is the source MAC address. This is my MAC address of my mobile. That is the Wi-Fi's MAC address, mobile hotspot MAC address, and this is my client. That is my PC's. This is the computer's MAC address. This computer's MAC address is this, and you can just make a note of here. This IP address is 192.168.43.1, and the destination is this. It doesn't have offer an IP address. It just try to give an IP address. That's what here in offer. And the source and destination port number, as this is a server, its port number is 67, and the client's port number is 68. And it just gives can use this IP address. This is offer. It doesn't confirm to give the IP address. It just can use this IP address. That's what client IP address here. Next, if you look at the same package, there is an offer package. There are certain information that has to be given from the server to the client as lease time and the subnet mask. What is the broadcast IP address? This is my router in gateway, and this is my DNS. This is all the information that you have to use. That's what the information that offer also gives to the client. Okay. Next, if we look into request process. What is a request? Request is sent from the client to the server that may use this. The certain network segment is being offered from the server to the client. You can use this segment. So what does the client say? May I use this segment? In this case, you can just check it as 192.168.43.94. May I use this IP segment? Is it free from you? Like that, the client will ask for a server. That's what the request process goes. You can just check it over here as the source MAC address and a destination. It doesn't have any information about a destination. The client will not sure make it as destinations MAC. And the same information over here. It doesn't have an IP. It doesn't have any details. Since it doesn't assign any IP address to it, since the process doesn't have completed, it will not make sure this is my gateway, this is my DNS, and this is the server's IP. It will not make sure. It just broadcasts it. That's what it does. And moreover, when you need more information, the same IP address, requested IP address, you have to make a note of it over here. It is just requesting the server, I need this IP address. This is what it has been requesting. DHCP server identifies nothing but its server's IP in order to reach. In other words, you can simply say it as a gateway also. And the other word, default source and destination MAC address. Then acknowledge, which is the last process of DHCP DORA process. What does it do? As requested from the client, asks may use this IP address. In our case, it's 43.94, 192.168.43.94. The server responds to the client as, okay, you can use this IP address. That's what it says over here. You can just check it over here as this is the destination MAC address. That is my PC's MAC address. This is the server. That is my mobile hotspot MAC address. Source IP and destination IP, source and destination port number. Acknowledge packet. Then client IP address has been given as 192.168.43.94. Here in acknowledge packet, the client IP address in the sense it is given this IP address, you can use it. While in case of offer, you can use this IP address. If you are willing to use, you can use it like that. It will say, but in case it has been giving the IP address, that's the difference. And you can also make a note of the client name. Whichever the client that has been giving from the server to the client, it will also make a note of the client name. That is the host name in the sense. You can also make it here. This is my host name. This host name will also be included over here. That's what it is about information about acknowledge packet. You can use this IP address. To be simple, how DHCP works in the sense, first it works in the process of DORA, discover, offer, request, acknowledge. Discover, in the discover process, the client doesn't have any IP address. It sends a broadcast frame. Can anyone give me IP address? That's what it says. And the server, whichever gives an IP address, will get the information and replies to the concerned client as I have this network segment. This is my lease time period. This is my DNS. This is my gateway. This is all the information that it gets, and it will respond to the client. And the client gets this information and will again broadcast as, okay, is it okay for you to, you just give me this network segment. Is it okay for you to use this IP address? You just reply to the server, and in the acknowledge packet, automatically the server, is it, yeah, it's okay for me. You can use this for the certain duration. Just reply, and the IP address being assigned to the client, and it starts working. That's it about DHCP. I hope you are clear about this concept. If you have any queries, you can just reply in the comment, or you can even view into this page pgrspot.blogspot.in. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.